Hi, welcome to the Lumiere channel. Welcome to your weekend finish strong reading. I'm going to be doing a lot of work for myself. Hopefully I can get this done soon. So this is what we're going to do. If someone could put the timestamps for me, that would be great. You know, you guys, I'm typically good with timestamps, but I just won't be with this one. So thank you in advance. My happy birthday, Libras. Gang, gang. So for this weekend, this is going to be, when these stones are here, this is the love reading. When Aventurine is here, this is the money, abundance, finance, whatever, right? The green. And when Carnelian is up, it's just a general for the weekend. Just a general, you know. So if someone could be a doll and put the timestamps in the in the comments, that would be great. Thank you. I just know I won't for this one. Okay? Let's do just know I won't for this one. Okay? Let's do love first. Let's get that out of the way. Air sign, what's going on with you in the realm of romance? Hey, romance angels. Nice to see you in my hands. I feel like I haven't played with you in a while. The membership is still open. It ought to be closing soon. I'm pretty sure. Just a heads up on that. Okay, let your friends help you in reverse. Let's get focused. What's the guidance for air in romance? Matters of the heart and romance this weekend, please. Oh, what, bitch? And then separation and oh no, that makes sense. And love yourself first here. So, air signs, I feel like whatever is circling back, whatever's coming back in love, is because you've been loving yourself, right? Like, I feel like if it is coming back, I feel like you've done a really good job of kind of distancing yourself from it or disconnecting in such a way that you are taking care of yourself. That's really great. There is going to be a reconciliation this weekend. There it is right there. An end to separation for most air signs watching this in some way, shape, or form. How I see this is either in the past plus or minus 2 days, or plus or minus like 4 days of this weekend energy that I'm reading. This happened or will be happening in some way, shape, or form, either with your person that you're thinking of or with some other person. So stay optimistic about your love life. I feel like this is you. This is in response to I should just end this now. Like, if I was that reader, I'd be like, all right, peace. But I can't. I know there's more to this. I feel like you will feel happy about this person reaching out to you in some way, shape, or form, or hearing from this person, whether this is your main person or not. 333. And that's nice. That's kind of nice. And flirt is at the bottom of the deck. Y'all want to say anything about this, or are we good? Like, do we just leave well enough alone? Guidance. Spark. Don't let this this is the same thing. Cool. Don't let this person coming back, if they are someone who's been coming in and out, in and out, in and out. I'm not sure if this is someone who's been coming in and out, in and out. This could be the same shit, right? In and out again. For some of you, it could be your birthday weekend. So of course they're gonna come through and be like, hey, happy birthday. Perhaps they've been waiting for you to have a birthday to reach out. If that's not the case for other air signs, I feel that if this person has been someone who's been coming in and out for you, I did see the honeymoon in reverse, so I'm not sure how long this reconciliation will last, but it is a reconciliation nonetheless. And don't let this steal your spark. I do feel like you were able to call this in because your energy shifted, because you're doing you know, you're doing well. At least I hope you are. Shit. If not, this is a flag for you to really focus on your world and realize life is happening now with or without this person in your life, and you need to live it. You need to live your life, you know. Come through, spark. Anything else you want to say, babes? Anything else? My fluffy bottom. Okay. Don't go off the rails. Don't go off your beaten path. Don't give everything up for this person. Realign yourself if this is someone that's been coming in and out. If, basically, this reconciliation, whatever this is, if it is someone who you haven't spoken to in a while and you've been wanting for, if this is like, you know, you're a person or someone you've been wanting, and if they do come back in some way, shape, or form, I feel like this is just a cry to not go off your path. Like, continue doing you. Don't change your plans for this person, or where are you? Or, you know, whatever. I am going to read that, though. Ooh. Oh, is this the same thing? What is your higher power now? This is higher power in reverse. Come fucking through. What is your higher power right now? Whatever you're constantly focused on long enough becomes your higher power. If you worry about financial insecurity, that materialism becomes your idol. If you obsess over a relationship, that is your god. If you're concerned about your weight or your looks or your status, you've lost your personal power and your way. You'll never truly find what you seek if these worries and distractions are your constant focus. Surrender and shift your compass. Be still and watch as the needle points to true north. So I feel like this is like a don't take yourself off your path. If you've been someone who's been stressing about this reconciliation, and you are, for some of you, being optimistic about your love life might be something that you need to be doing. If you've been obsessing over something, if that's been like running your thoughts, I feel like this is a reminder for you to, again, remember that life is now. Stay optimistic about your love life as a whole. If it's not over this specific person, can you tell me about that, please? Can you just give me a little bit more information about that, please? Yeah, okay, alright. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, alright. Alright. That's hilarious, because these cards, if they were in the upright, this is the Emperor, this is the Empress, okay? And this is like y'all about to fuck, like you're about to get it in, basically. So for some of you, this might be that. Just don't, you know, make sure it's something that's going to be in your benefit, right? Be careful. Try to hold your heart, like enjoy yourself in the throes, the throngs of passion. But, don't lose yourself in that. Don't make it more than what it is. I'd say keep things light, but at the same time, not light in a way that you're denying your own boundaries, okay? I actually feel like this is alright, except the Emperor is in the upright, and the Empress is, we see her back. And they came out like this. Oh, that feels wrong all of a sudden. And of course we got the Lovers. So, we got, not only do we have the Emperor and the Empress, we've got the Lovers. Typically, when it comes to me and my twin, these are the cards that show up. The only card that's missing here is like the Devil card. So this is, I don't know why the fuck these are in reverse. Why do they not want to be in reverse anymore? Interesting. This is yin and yang too, because this is 6 and 9. Well, what do you want to be? This is the 9 of Wands. It came out in the reverse though. This is what I said. Like, that's typically like there's passion. It's on this side of the vice versa tarot. This is someone who he's been fighting for a while. And this is his reward. Her being all, come into the cave, boo-boo. I got you. So, if you are a queen watching this, or you're a masculine energy, or you're fucking feminine energy, shit, whatever. This looks like, wow. This looks like, whomever this emperor energy is, and this empress energy, it's both unbalanced, or it's just here. Tell me about this. This has to do with the compass in the wrong, in the reverse, right? In the protection. And that's what I asked to clarify the compass in protection. So, the compass in protection still talks about what is your higher power. When you point your compass to true north, the lovers, being optimistic about your love life, because this is also landed here, then you're not like fucking yourself over in what you want, right? It's a surrender and shift your compass. Be still and watch as the needle points to true north. Align yourself and you'll easily find your way back to where you're meant to be. And this is two people coming together. However, girl, I don't know what to tell you. Boo, honey, queen, king, I don't know what to tell you here with these two here in reverse. I feel like sometimes they're just kind of here being like, yeah, this is about the emperor, this is about the empress, but they're not fully formed. They're not fully the emperor and the empress for them to be in this lover situation. The lovers is also a choice, but I'm pretty damn sure this is the lovers, okay? Because, hello. Because we have these two here. So with the 9 of Wands, outside of it being this person has been away and they've been fighting for something and this is their reward, this also looks like the separation here. The person has been away and they're here for their reward. They're reconciling these two, because on this side, he is fighting all alone, he's doing his thing, and here it's like, whew, I've come home. So, you let me know what happens this weekend, and I will let you know, because as an air sign, this looks familiar. Let me look this up. Yep, the soldier's reward. So I'm not sure how you're going to feel about this. I feel like you might be feeling some type of way about this. You might be feeling that it is an in and out energy. And whether or not it is an in and out energy, I can't say right now. I'd just say be optimistic, because that's what it's saying here. That's what pointing to true north is. Keep your spark alive. Don't, I suppose not to say don't drudge up the past, but like, time to remove your armor, lay down your defenses, and surrender to the purely animal need to feel alive in body and soul. So I guess whatever happens this weekend, if this person if someone comes back around for you, your guidance, I suppose, is to keep it light. But I wouldn't, there's something about this though. I feel like how, hold on. Wow, a leg up. Fucking card. So many 7s there are. Okay, so how you should respond to this. The question I was asking is, how would you respond to this reconciliation? Which is, again, about, because the 9 of Wands is also about defense, right? Fighting. And so this person, like, end of fighting, the reward is here, they're bruised and battered, whatever. Whatever. Fuck. The protection message of a leg up is, are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Empress in reverse. Do you have little faith that help will come, convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going at it alone need to be discarded, as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. So, in some cases, I almost feel like you are the emperor, but then you are also the empress. But you're both kind of out of whack, you know? Tell me more about what I'm looking at, please. Tell me more about what I'm looking at, please. Something to help me understand what I'm looking at. Because it almost feels like you might be, oh, that's crazy, because they're on this side, the man is on this side, and the woman is on this side, which is the Empress's side. But this is yin and this is yang. So there's some sort of, I guess, rotation of energies here, where the feminine might be the masculine and the masculine might be the feminine. But what does that really mean? I feel like then that means that you are the soldier who's been waiting, who's been fighting, standing their ground, bruised, battered, and just being like, man, fuck this place. And then a gentle gesture comes along and invites you in, and you're like, man, I'm so tired of fighting. Like, I'm so tired of fighting. I might as well just, like, give in. You know, being vulnerable and going into the cave with this person who has possibly hurt you before. Just because you're just like, you know what? Like, this is a moment in time. I might as well just enjoy it. So you might be enjoying it. You might be actually taking it light this weekend with, you know, whomever comes through. It might be something of a respite for you. Respite means peace, right? I should probably Google that. A place of solace for you. Peace. And a leg up is kind of saying, like, yeah, like, you don't have to do it all alone. I feel like that's you. Like, you are the guy. You are the Emperor in reverse who's, like, trying to build his legacy. He's trying to been working so hard. And then your person has just been chilling. I mean, I don't know what they've been doing. Shit, I don't give a fuck. But, as I'm reading for you. But, you know, the Lovers is here. And it's the Lovers. And I will say a choice that you kind of move into quite possibly leaning forward in a passive way of being like, okay, let me just say something to this person. So this person could be your person who's you've been waiting for, or it could be someone else, someone who you do actually rest your head on their shoulder for some sort of help concerning a love issue. That's cool. I've been thinking about reaching out to a Gemini. Look, if Geminis are going to be receptive, I'm going to do it. Hey, Geminis. May you tell me more about this, please? Anything else about this? Nice. It's going to be alright. We have a 6 again here. Yeah, these cards are very cohesive. Wow. We have a 6, milk and honey. So this situation has been tough, and Yang is at the bottom. So the situation has been tough. Or at least a little bit tumultuous for some, either in the past or currently. Excuse me. And we have 51. Oh my god, did you hear my stomach? I'm so sorry. Yeah, okay. Yeah, some of y'all gonna be getting it in. If you have a baby, name it Luz. Sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers. Ha! Sweet moments of understanding. Yeah. And the leg up. Wow. And love among friends and family are all here for you to savor. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you will be nourished with the honey of abundance. So I asked what your guidance was for this, and this shit, it told me stay optimistic about your love life, and then it gave me a leg up. So you can rewind and watch that bit. But I just need a little bit more here, because I am an air sign, and I'm just like, excuse. Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody else. But I feel like there's been a switch of roles here. The feminine is embracing in her masculine, the masculine is in his feminine, or runner, chaser, whatever you want to call that. But I mean, shit. Okay. Oh wow, the devil. See, did I say earlier in the video that these cards show up and the devil when it comes to me and my TF situation? Anyway, this is the devil. I was looking at the Emperor. So this could be it. So then this kind of feels to me, it's still somewhat, like, it still feels in and out to me in some cases, right? For some of you, maybe not, whatever. Not whatever, but for some of you, maybe not. But if you're kind of feeling like it's an in and out thing, either way, whether it is or it isn't, it just seems like take it light, like, but maintain your boundaries, like, don't hurt yourself. If you've been doing really well in a love situation, then that I would say continue focusing on, you know, yourself and your boundaries and your goals, and not giving up the farm for a smile. You know, not giving up everything for a text or a phone call or a laugh or a compliment, you know. So this is you. Oh yeah, this is you, the emperor, right? You're the emperor energy. But then you're also the empress, but you have your back turned. But then you're still in like a yang-ish type thing, but like, that's weird. Anyway, yeah, here the lovers are again. All right, the lovers. Okay, and it's the devil upside down, which is good, but it's still the devil, you know. It's still to me kind of being and then we have the Knight of Cups on the bottom here, in reverse albeit, but it's still being we have 4 majors too, by the way. Still being attached, but I suppose trying to loosen it or even going deeper. Still having some toxicity, but also the devil is booty, right? That booty. So, look, some of y'all might be getting it in this weekend if this isn't about you know, someone coming back to you or whatever. Some of you just might be getting it in this weekend. Just y'all making babies. Yeah, the 7 of Wands. This is about someone being elevated a little bit. Someone who's being elevated a little bit. Interesting. Okay. Temperance came out in reverse, but I'm going to put her back in. Yeah, okay, I had dreams about this fucking card. The Empress. I was literally thinking about this card. What was the thought I had? Can I please have it? The Empress and the 7 of Cups. The 7 of Cups and the Empress. This is someone who is confused as fuck. Someone who has so many things that there's a lot on their plate, and they're being emotionally pulled. So this could be, you know, someone who is seeking solace, someone who has been so emotionally drained that this gesture, whatever this is just something nice. I swear I had a thought about the 7 of Cups earlier today, and I cannot for the life of me remember it. I mean, this guy is dazed and confused, right? He's shocked. Here, he's sort of like dazed and confused, but fixated on something else. One thing. Yeah, he's just a dude in a swamp and being like, what? I don't know what's going on. So I feel like that's someone who's sort of like immobilized by everything that's been going on with them. And they just need a place to rest. So, Anyway, I'm actually going to stop here. This is going to go too deep. No, I'm not. I'm going to look at the reconciliation. Let's look at reconciliation. We still have all the other stuff to do. Okay. Okay, the King of Cups. Still upside down, though. I don't get it. Yeah, the King of Cups is coming to make maybe a bit of a messy gesture. The King of Cups is, flirt. Someone's probably going to try and maybe come back in with a joke. Hello from the other side type stuff. Like, oh, I know we haven't, like, you know, making light of the situation. And that's how they're going to come back in to offer something. But again, he's in reverse. Why the fuck is he in reverse, man? Why is everybody in reverse right now? Why is the King of Cups in reverse? I think this person knows what it is that they've done or not done. And the 5 of Wands. So either they're trying to avoid a fight or they're on the defensive. because they know that they've either ghosted or been ghosted. Yeah. They're on the defensive, or they're like gearing up for a fight. They're expecting a fight, and that's why they're a little in their emotions or even emotionally blocked. They're trying to like avoid the catastrophe of that reconciliation will bring, because of the fact that it's a reconciliation. Like, you wouldn't have a reconciliation if you were connected. However, if you aren't a couple, this just feels like you might be making babies this weekend. I don't see no pages or anything, but oh, Queen of Cups is out. Dang. And she's got her back turned to us. Yeah, I feel like if you're couples, y'all are just gonna be real lovey-dovey this weekend, which is nice. Perhaps it's your birthday, or you're just, feeling real good about each other. Otherwise, let me know how it goes in love. I have to move on. This is only went as deep as it did because I am an air sign. And if you can't give your people some perks, what is nepotism for? Anyway, don't tell anybody. But anyway, the messages when it comes to me tend to be a little unclear, so I actually do have to go in a little bit deeper to make sure that I'm giving a non-biased message. Happy was here. Yeah, babe, air sign, you'll have happy was flipped over. So it seems that, man, this is such a, I know what this is. At least I know what it's been for me. And, excuse me. Happy can feel like such an insensitive message, but like, oop, there it is. I'll read it to you, and then we'll go to the next segment. Happy in protection says, lighten up, right? Flirt was about being lighthearted. Because this is a time to be ridiculous and silly. Yep, making jokes. See the world through the eyes of a clown, and don't take yourself or any situation too seriously right now. Have fun, be playful, make laughter the order of the day. You'll be surprised by how everything just seems to fall into place when humor leads the way. Okay, that's the playful side of the King of Cups, but he's a little timid. So maybe you'll make some jokes, right, to break the tension. I don't know. Being happy and lighthearted is a wonderful icebreaker. Cool. Life is meant for play as well as work, for laughter as well as tears, for celebration as well as focus. Spirit wants to sparkle through you today, and the spark card was here too. Smile and enjoy each breath and each moment. Miracles lie in the silly things today. So, yep, enjoy that love reading. You let me know how it goes. I'm glad I did this, because now I know what to do when such and such happens. Alright, so let's do your money reading, right? Your finance stuff, because we still have a whole video to do. Hopefully I can go quicker on this. May you please tell me about finance for air signs, please? Guidance for finance for air signs, please. I'm singing hello from the other side. Alright, higher powers. This is about your compass. Go the distance. Okay. So you might be freaking out about money. To the sea. Never ending story. So it seems like you're freaking out about finances. Time to go. So, in protection. So it feels like, what does this feel like? I don't know. I don't know what this feels like. It feels like you are freaking out about money, or finances this weekend. Or there's a bit of stress on finances this weekend for you. So, go the distance is kind of telling me that something is near, actually. I don't know why. It's telling me that something is near. It's telling me that something is around the corner. Now, I'm probably going to pull for that and see if my hunch is correct. Because with this time to go, it almost feels like, take a break. And maybe that's what that love thing is. You know, take a break from it. Because whatever your angsty fears about money are, so perhaps you just spent a chunk of money and you're regretting it or thinking about it. To the Sea is about ebbs and flows and how sometimes just shit happens. It's basically the shit happens card, to be honest with you. I feel like something is around the corner. Can you tell me about this? Oh, hey, 2 of Cups at the top. Okay, so El Papa, another major. So we got the major arcana of El Papa, and this is new. Yeah, something new is growing in your life. So if you've invested in something, perhaps whatever you invested in is quite possibly coming to fruition. And this time in your life is to help make you a little bit more resilient. But it is testing you. It is testing you. Because looking at... I hope y'all can hear me. Looking at the protection message, do you feel as if you've been wandering in the desert now for ages and ages and nothing is happening? When you conjure up the image of the desert, you picture parched lips, sunburned skin, and mirages, but there's more to it than that. Amid the hot sands are creatures with resilient spirit, tough skins, and willingness to burrow deep underground for water so they may thrive. This is a time of developing survival skills and resilience. Yep, you're feeling it. You're learning how to conserve your strength, and in this temporary time of austerity, it's wise to be selective about where you expend your energy. So be wise about where you're spending your money. Listen to the call of your soul, because it will never lead you astray. This is an important time of letting go of what's not important. And we had time to go at the bottom, so I'm just going to put this little baby right here. Never-ending story. She talks about kind of the goblin-y part. Just fear, envy, and procrastination, greed, and the perception of victimhood could all be active in your life. Are you comparing yourself with others, thinking their success should be yours? Maybe you're afraid of all the good that is coming your way, so you step out of your lane, totally aware of what you're doing, but seemingly powerless to stop yourself. Wow, that's great. Are you back where you started, or in a situation that reminds you of past failures? Financial insecurity scaring you? You must learn to love yourself through the missteps and sabotaging moments. Use criticism constructively right now. Better yet, stop telling the story altogether. Make up a new one. The universe loves you deeply and will wait for you to figure that out. Tell a new story, and success is all but guaranteed. You can do it. Yeah, I do feel like it's around the corner. El Papa here is saying something. What you saying, baby? This is about fertility. This is a fertility goddess, I believe. So something's coming for you. It's around the corner, but you're freaking out. Right? You're having a moment. Look, I'm having a moment. You've gone beyond merely asking questions. Now you're ready to challenge or rebel against them. If this isn't a situation, think of another situation in which you're being held back by thou shalt and could reconsider your actions. So I almost feel like by the book in reverse is happening here. Actually, I don't know if that's a fertility goddess, but I'm going to say she is. She's a Paleolithic goddess. But I feel like something's coming. Can you tell me a little bit more about that? Or you're building the structures too. Oh no, I'm not doing this, babe. You're building the structures too. I mean, there's some really cool cards in this little burst out, but there's a lot here I'm not really willing to look into. Yeah. I feel like you're building the structures right now for what it is that you're going for, money-wise. It's going to take a while, and there's some certain thoughts that are circling in your head about money. So perhaps you're spending a lot of money this weekend, and it's putting you in a place of, God, I don't have enough money for this, I don't have enough money for this, what's my week going to look like? You know, I'm not bringing in enough to justify how much I'm spending. Yeah. Maybe you overspent. Um, Maybe you will be spending quite a bit this weekend, or it'll feel like that, and you'll be sad about it. Just because the Three of Cups here, Three of Cups is a celebration, right? So maybe you'll spend a lot on like drink or food, whatever your vice is this weekend, because it's the weekend. And then you'll be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. So, you know, use your judgment, be wise, okay? Sometimes shit happens to the sea, right? But if this is something that you're watching ahead of time, see if you can make a budget, because those 2 cups are there, right? See if you can make some sort of budget about how much you're willing to spend, and what you want to do with that money and how you want to like use it. Yeah, the world. I do feel like if you have been waiting for something, if you have been working towards something, something is about to come through, or something is coming through, something is being born. It's just going to take a while for it to build up. So chin up, weave a new story, weave a new money story. I want to do a thing on the full moon, I think. Is it the full moon or the new moon? I don't remember. On like August 8th and 9th, it's like a workshop, which has something to do with this. I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. Still waiting for like the complete download. But in any case, it's like something is being born, and it's just going to take a while. It's just going to take a while. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm picking up here. Is there anything else you want to say about this? Guidance, money guidance for air signs. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's the metamorphosis. It's a death card. That's a death card. You're. It's the world card too. But I mean, it's a death card, really. Something is being born into your world. Something is changing and shifting in your world, air sign, and it's gonna take a while. And while it's taking a while, use this time to weave a new money story. Right, weave a new story about money and something that and attend to that. Attend to your old story and kind of kiss it goodbye and say thanks, bye. I don't need you anymore. Okay. Let's look at your general read, yeah. Thank you for the timestamps, whomever's doing it. I really appreciate you. It's helping me out a lot. This video is already longer than I expected it to be. I hope it's the longest one of the 4 signs. Okay. Alright, honey. What's going on? What's the guidance? Excuse me, in general, for air signs this weekend, please? Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Okay. Who's this guy? Spark in reverse. Alright. So, the general guidance for the weekend. Okay. So either something wicked this way comes, or something wicked is here, and that's where you're trapped. And that's blocking your blessing. That's blocking you from what you want. And this could be money. This could be love. Suffering over your own suffering doesn't mean there wasn't suffering before. It's just the suffering has taken on a life of its own and it's sort of running the show. To me, I'm seeing someone operating from their shadow space. To me, I'm seeing someone, what is that? What is that, Luce? Not everybody knows what I mean when I say that. Someone operating from their shadow space. I don't want to go into that. If you want to know more, consider joining the membership. But this is someone basically operating from not what they want. Okay? So, whatever it is that you don't want is sort of where you're operating from. Now, this doesn't mean that you haven't been hurt. This doesn't mean that you haven't made mistakes or missteps that have cost you something. Because, of course, they have. This is life. It's not a video game. It's just that this weekend, you do have some control. I don't like that this feels right here. But this is also a card, thank God, that we got in love, right? So there's a part of you that is your spark here, but this is one of your guidance cards. This was the keep hope alive. This was don't douse your own fire. This was don't go off track. This was the stay optimistic, right? That's where that fell. So with this being here, you might be more inclined to not be so optimistic about certain things this weekend. And that's not a great place for you to be. That's a dangerous place for you to be. Because it might be blocking your blessing. You need to walk away from whatever it is that you're contemplating, even if that's... Okay, so... if you've been wanting something so much, right, and thinking, or even thinking entirely negatively about it, give yourself a hug. Tell yourself it's okay to think what these things are you've been through, whatever you've been through. Make it okay. And then breathe. Give yourself a hug. Bathe yourself. In the description box below, I have a wish list. You can get loose something. Or you can get yourself something, right? Give yourself a treat. Something nice that you deserve. Not something stupid. Yeah, not something stupid. Something nice that you deserve, that you want. Maybe that was your finance reading. Something sweet, something cute. Or go out and treat yourself to something, right? Something good. If it's a walk, if it's breathing, if it's a massage, if it's a girls' night with your friends. Something nice, just to bring you back to base. Not to put you in the essence of what you want, but just to bring you back to base. Just to bring you back to the ground, right? Just to bring you back from the goblin's dirt space to just bring you up to base. And then from this space, then you can go ahead and manifest what it is that you want and start calling that in, if that's something that resonates. If you have been avoiding certain negative feelings, acknowledge them, say that they're there, and then move from that space. Don't push them away. Don't shove them aside. Suffering over your own suffering is sometimes your shadow calling you to say, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. And it keeps giving you situations for you to pay attention to it, but then you keep pushing it away. Okay, so don't do that, right? If your little kid came up to you and was like, ouch, I cut my arm, I have a scab here, you wouldn't push that kid away and say, okay, bye, please, I'm trying to, whatever, watch this show or eat my dinner. Like, you would tend to that child. Treat your shadow like your child and tend to those feelings within you that are saying they're suffering. But don't tend to them in a place of like, tend to them like you would a child. I'm not going to go into that. I have that's what the membership is for, to be honest. I just kept saying the same thing, and I'm like, if people want to know more, they will take the steps to know more. I've done my part. But yeah, pay attention to those. Tell me more about this. Why you guys don't want to talk to me? Heal the ouch. If there is someone that you have to forgive, if there is someone that you have to ask forgiveness of, if there is someone you have to apologize to, do that. If there is someone you need to make amends for, do that. If that person is yourself, do that. Forgive yourself for whatever it is. Allowing yourself to be hurt, allowing yourself to continuously go back to someone who keeps hurting you, allowing yourself to continue making money mistakes that don't make sense. Forgive yourself this weekend. write yourself a letter, fuck, and asking for forgiveness, and then write yourself a letter back forgiving yourself. How about that? That's a massive loose Lumiere tip. Do that. Change in the wind. Damn. Clean it up. Yep, clean it up. The higher power, again, is out here. Where are you operating from, right? Ha! 2121. Do you see that? I was just thinking that. That's awesome. 2121, 1221. Okay, so let's read the protection message because I love those. Those are short and sweet. There are conditions brewing in your life you have no control over. Don't fight them. Change is inevitable and is for the best, for the higher good. And even if the storm blows away the structures you think you've built your dreams on, all will turn out as it should. You will have a renewed clarity and strength to do something even better. Spirit is your ally. So, clean it up is about energetic release. So if there is a storm coming your way this weekend, or just, yeah, whatever it is, whether it's personal or what, do your best to move through it with grace and ease by being kind to yourself. Be kind to yourself, like genuinely kind. Like be a friend to yourself, you know, whatever happens this weekend. If you're stuck, you're stuck. I actually want to read Wishing Well to You before I go after Tarot. What time is it? Oh, it's not so bad. This is not the time to force anything to happen in your life, especially whatever seems to be eluding you. You can't demand that the universe provide you with what you want. Unmet desires can burst into a destructive fire of obsession. Step back, breathe, and take attention away from what you want. Yeah, don't, right? Just get to base. Just be here now in this moment. Ask instead for what you need. Only the unseen knows how to align desire and inspiration in manifest form. As the coin disappears into the mystery of the dark pool at the bottom of the well, have faith. Don't engage in wishful thinking. You must co-create with spirit, not make demands. You may yet get what you want. Never forget that life is filled with choices. The Lovers. Make a wish, but be open to the enchanted way in which spirit fulfills your desires. Okay? So, let's see what we can get a little bit more for this situation, because I feel like it's needed. Okay, I have so many wires here. It's not even funny. What is this guidance pertaining to exactly? Oh, if you can help. Wasn't this is like a mini death. This is like a yeah. This seems like if there is stuff going on this weekend, right, if all that information before didn't hit, if there's stuff going on for you this weekend, right, on a smaller scale, and by smaller scale I mean like not so spiritual or like out there, if there's stuff going on this weekend, it might be best for you to just sit it out, or just like be super, not super chill, but like be chill about it, because you can't really do much of anything. With this fire, like you can't stop this, especially back in this day, like this fire, I mean, this fire is unstoppable. It's a change in the wind, like the winds have changed, and that's cool, but this fire is kind of unstoppable. Especially back in the day, they didn't have no firefighters or anything like that. Why do you want to decide not what you want to be? I love that that's okay, so cool. I like that this is mental, because we have swords out here. What's up, air sign? What do you guys think about swords? Do you get mad that the swords are like supposed to be all the bad cards? I like a good sword. Yeah. So, on this side, it says even though there's all this stuff going on, like on this side it says delegate, right? Clean it up in reverse says let someone else take care of it. Like you don't have to be the one to always do the thing. That's what clean it up says on the in the protection side. Here, this okay, so sorry. This side of the card talks about this person doesn't have the strength to act. Okay. It says you can't do anything more in the present circumstances. Mentally, physically, spiritually, you're exhausted. Let someone else put the fires out. On this side, it says there's a need for respite now. And remember earlier in the video, if you've watched the whole video, I was talking about respite and rest because of the 9 of Wands there. So very cool that this came up. Lay down your sword and let things calm while you replenish yourself for the next battle. So this is about keeping things light. I really do feel like the love energy was also really extending to just everything. Keeping things light, things about your thoughts, where you're thinking from, and just giving yourself a break, you know? Giving yourself a break to think new about things and to be more optimistic about things, maybe even. Like, just because from looking at all this shit, like, if you've been more optimistic, then awesome. This is your confirmation. But I feel like it's also like whatever's happening in your world this weekend, you couldn't have helped it. You couldn't have done anything more. And if you rested, then that's a good thing. Now, this is not a thing for you to like cop out, but it's something where it's like, there's no shame in passing on the task to the next generation here. So it's kind of like you can chill out. It's fine. The Clean It Up card, 21. Let's read that. Because it seems to have been a card to signal me to read that. Ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home? Too much work, overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Every unpaid bill just adds up to an unnecessary feeling of being overwhelmed. Now is the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. So I feel like with that, it's a mental cleanup. It's a mental cleanup. And sometimes that can be rest. Sometimes that can come in the form of actually doing it physically, but in a space that you control. So again, like cleaning out your closet, cleaning underneath your bed, cleaning your car, and just being alone in a resting space for you to ground yourself. Like those are actually really good grounding things, cleaning, because cleaning is mindless, but it allows you to move through things. You know what I mean? At least for me it does. Anything else you want to say about this? Thank you. No. I appreciate that, but thank you, but no. Anything else you want to say about this? I really appreciate the last one. Anything else you want to say about this, please? Okay, the moon. Another Pisces card. Anyway, I just feel like the moon reiterates the bushfires. The moon reiterates the stuff that there's some things that are just out of your control and unknown about the world at large and whatever else is going on in your life. And whatever else is going on in your life. So if you can't do much of anything about a situation, continuously giving it rental space in the high rise that is your mind and spirit and soul is kind of silly because it's not even paying rent, you know? Like, if it's gonna take up real estate in the being that is you, you can't control it. So do your best to sort of manage it in the best way that you can by managing other things around you, which I think goes back to that whole like rest part. Now, the Seven of Wands here gives me hope. The Seven of Wands here, he's smiling. This is a man who has elevated himself, but he's also grounded to me. He's got these 6 sticks here. I don't know what these 6 sticks be about, but it almost looks like his friends are like, oh yeah, like it's like a little like it feels to me like a little ceremony. It feels like his friends are like, hey man, thanks. Like it's like even in the war or even in whatever's going on in your world, there's always something to smile about. There's always something that you can do to cheer you up. This to me feels like keeping things light. So let's look at the book to see what they say. But to me, it feels like keeping things light and using those light things to ground and elevate you at the same time. Alright. The lodestone is symbolic of a slight elevation in status with an implied warning to not exaggerate its importance. It's a step up, but there's still a lot to achieve. That said, you can take pride in having succeeded thus far. Let that pride feed your ambition, not your ego. That's cute. So I feel like being able to rest or being able to bow out of whatever's going on for you this weekend is going to be a small victory in getting some of your sanity back, whatever that means to you, in however way that this touches your life. Okay, so seems like the air theme this weekend is to keep it light. Okay, honey, I appreciate you. If you'd like to book a private reading, you can. The information for that is in the description box below. Thank you so much for marking the timestamps. I hope you enjoyed this. It was really long. I was hoping it'd be like 30 minutes long, but now I'm going to be here an hour for each sign. Excuse me. Anyway, I appreciate you watching. Thank you for your likes and your subscriptions and your comments too. Let me know how this resonates for you in the comments. I know for sure parts of it definitely resonated for me. As an air sign. I wish you air signs happy birthdays if you're having any Libra birthdays this month, this weekend, and going into October. I appreciate you so much. Bye. Keep your light on. And good luck. Bye.